All right, everybody. We're going to be tapping into a channel, checking it out, after very, very many years of not looking into this channel. He's got this very smug, sort of punchable face that makes it very hard to, like, sit through his non-existent political commentary. His name is FreedomToons. The point I made about the smug and punchable face thing is not a threat, by the way. Not a threat. YouTube moderators just making a statement about his drawings face. It's not even him, it's his drawings. If you guys don't remember, there was this era of right-wing YouTube content where the popular meta was to essentially make really stupid, wrong straw man arguments about the left, but to do it in such a way where there is no way for the left to platform an argument against it, and you just kind of end up being smugly wrong. I'm not saying this has completely fallen out of favor these days among conservative pundits by any means, but it definitely isn't as popular as it used to be. But he's still kind of a hanger-on from that era of right-wing content, and he's still doing quite well for himself, don't get me wrong. It's just sort of this really weird, low-effort, obnoxious, wrong and smug about it kind of vibe that was the rage in 2016 and, like, 2015. Back in the Gamergate era when this guy really got big. I haven't covered this guy in many years, though, because, like I said, it's really hard to sit through his non-commentary, but he's gotten quite big. He's actually got 900,000 subscribers now. Well over that, actually. He's getting up towards 1 million subs now. And he's uploading a lot. Like, for an animation channel, I feel like this is a lot of, like, a very high upload frequency. Granted, his videos are very, short, and the animation isn't very high quality or high effort, so it kind of makes sense. Let's see, what should we watch? Which one should we watch? We might have to watch multiple. Who knows? Black history is queer history. Google's AI reboots the Titanic. Biden reveals his power level. A Tale of Two Leaders. How Biden's press conference went. To Catch a Right-Winger. Let's start with Black history is queer history. What could go wrong? Let's check this one out. Oh, that's very quiet. And the music didn't stop. There we go. Okay. One thing you need to know before we go into this is that 99% of the time, these videos make no arguments whatsoever. This is literally conservative cocomelon. There's just going to be strawmans of left-wing positions and dumb stereotypes about ideologies, groups, and what have you. This guy's not necessarily as radically right-wing as, libs of TikTok or a Nazi or anything like that. He sort of tries to fit into this, like, centrist position. He's like a 2016 anti-SJW skeptic-era centrist, but also an animator. He doesn't go as far as, like, Stone Toss. He's very much on the fence, he would have you believe.
Hey, buddy. Can you come in here?
Yeah?
So, one of your coworkers complained that you've taken issue with our black inclusivity seminars. What's going on, homie?
I mean...
Prepare to witness some really hilariously cringe, made-up scenarios where the joke is supposed to be the left are the real racists, but this guy literally just made this up, wrote it himself, and animated it and voiced it. So if he's just making up and acting out a non-existent scenario where supposedly the left is cringe and racist, isn't that him just being cringe and racist? I'm already cringing. Yeah, they're all going to be made-up scenarios. So we're not even, like, responding to conservatives arguing about reality. We're looking at, like, conservative humor, essentially.
My main issue is with all this LGBT stuff. Like, I don't get what black history is queer history means.
Oh, yeah. Let me explain.
I hope they don't have a white guy voicing him. I'm just going to be charitable and say they don't have a white guy voicing him. And we're just going to move on from that point, because I feel like I feel like I don't know. I don't even want to go down that road.
As a black person, you're gay.
What the
Yeah, no, black people are...
That is what the left believes. Did you guys know that? Guys, you knew that, right? Like, if you're black, then you're gay. That's what the woke believe. That's what we on the left believe. That's a new one? No. Don't you know? We've always believed that. That's actually what the left believes. You know, that's our ideology. Because there's a flag called the progress flag, and on that flag, you've got, like, a bunch of LGBT identities, and then you've also got the, like, progress, like, POC representation part, too. So that means that black people are a part of the LGBT community. That's clearly what that means and what the left believes and always has believed.
Are gay. That's what corporate America and white ladies on Twitter decided. So that's just
White
what it's going
ladies
to
on
be.
Twitter. Okay, are we, is the right still going to pretend as though, like, the blue check liberal Twitter of, like, pre-Elon still exists? You guys remember back when one of the go-to, like, haha gotchas against the left was, oh, blue check mark, wine mom, liberal, Democrat, right? Like, oh, celebrity blue check mark. That was, like, one of the big gotchas against... They're pretending like that's still a thing, when that's literally not still a thing. Everybody with a blue check mark on Twitter now is an Elon Musk stan. 99% of your timeline, even if you're left-leaning and don't follow any of it, is Nazi propaganda. Like, literally, just like, let me show you the last thing I saw on Twitter before I started stream. Just straight up, allow me to show you the last thing I saw on Twitter before I started stream. We're gonna go ahead and pretend like Twitter is just a progressive place. Oh my god, the only reply to my tweet makes it so much better. Holy shit. So... I quote tweeted this person. This person said, Jews should not be able to get nose jobs unless they renounce Judaism. If you're a Jew who gets plastic surgery to look more like a Gentile, you're a traitor to your faith. Blue check mark. This is the state of Twitter now. And then the top reply is from Cunnymaster1488, who follows me. I think I'm going to block them. Oh, look, they're pretending to be me. Who replied, ha, true. For those that don't know, Cunny Master, or I guess Cunny, that literally means underage girl's vagina. This is a pedophile Nazi. A troll account. This is the official Twitter account of Cunnymaster1488. 1488, you guys know what that means. I am not a federal agent. Stop asking Maine at Xanderhall. This also gives you an idea of, like, the average hater of mine, too. I didn't expect this to be, like, a anti-fan, like, schizo super hater who's dedicated to me. I have a lot of dedicated hate fans. But are we really going to pretend like legit just a Nazi pedo? Just legit just a Nazi pedo. So are we really going to pretend like white liberal women are, like, dictating the state of culture, certainly on Twitter right now? Is that what we're going to pretend like? Is that the state we're in? Sounds like he's a Fed. Yeah, you know, when they say they're not a Fed, a lot of times, it makes me think, you know, they must not be a Fed.
Got it?
What are you talking about?
So here's the thing. Black people are upset. And you know what they're upset about?
Well,
No one knows. No one can figure it out. We can't. No one seems to understand what you people, by which I do mean black, so don't ask, are so darn peeved about. So we figured...
Remember, he's written all of this, like, it's a made-up scenario that he's written and voicing, entirely made up. Conservative, I guarantee you, though, we're going to read the comments on this, and, like, half the comments are going to be written as though they are commenting on a recording of a real-life event. They're going to be like, man, that guy was had so much patience dealing with that annoying white boss. Like, they're going to comment stuff like that. Like, as if it's a real scenario that actually happened. I watch these, like, right-wing shorts skit videos sometimes, and half the comments are all commenting as if what they just witnessed was real, even though it's, like, not even pretending not to be a skit. They're just like, ah, yes, something that agrees with my worldview and makes fun of the left must be real.
It must be because you want the right to love a man.
What My grandpa couldn't even use the same restroom as white folks.
And now you can't pee next to little girls while wearing a dress. I hear you.
Dude, where are you getting this? When did the black community come together and ask you to use us as mascots for this
I don't know what is... I don't even know what the argument, or I don't even know what the non-existent straw man argument of what I'm supposed to believe is. Is this just like, make a progressive person as annoying as possible and then also make them the real racist? So I guess he falls against LGBT people, but he's not racist, FreedomToons is. Like, he's on that, like, yes, hey, black people, the left wants to associate you with gay people. Don't you hate gay people and the left trying to lump you in with them? You should be conservative. Please vote Republican, American black people. Please vote Republican. We need your votes. Please. Yeah. Xander Hall, he's accusing the left of using black people to push the LGBT agenda or something. Do they... I mean, there are a lot of LGBT black people that are both pushing, like, for the rights and interests and, liberation? I don't even know if that sounds like more of a LARPy word. Justice for black people, and they are doing, like, LGBT civil rights stuff as well. The human brain can focus on more than one thing at once. There are a lot of civil rights-minded LGBT POC people. That was redundant, but you know what I mean. I like combining the acronyms. It makes it seem like the acronym, like, it's funny, okay? Combining the acronyms is funny.
LGBTQ crap.
Oh, Johnson, I thought you'd understand. Of course your community embraces it. In movies and TV shows, black characters always wear dresses. Producers make a point of having that happen.
Yeah, creepy.
Oh, wait, dude. Oh my god, there's no way there is not, like, a pamphlet getting handed out to all of these guys with a paycheck. Okay. Okay. We have covered 3 conservative pundits who in their most recent content have talked about black men in Hollywood wearing dresses being a problem. I don't believe it's like Trump talked about it. I don't believe it's like, oh, they all just spontaneously chose this culture war talking point. There is somebody paying them behind the scenes. Allow me to explain. Yesterday, we covered a clip from the Joe Rogan Experience where, who was it? Was it Cat Williams, I think his name was, went on there and had like a weed-induced like rant about black men wearing dresses, generally just men, but particularly black men in Hollywood wearing dresses and being applauded for it. And I was like, okay, that's a batshit insane conspiracy. And then goes on to talk about like Bahamut and the Bahamut the transgender, as he goes on to say. And then we watched Alex Jones. No, it was Tim Pool. We watched a Tim Pool segment later in that very stream where he goes on to talk about like black men wearing dresses in Hollywood and it being cheered on and pushed onto people. And it's like, okay, that's odd. And now the most recent FreedomToons video as well. And these were all recent videos, like their most recent videos. Now the most recent FreedomToons video just randomly drops this argument. This is from a day ago, like 2 days ago. Randomly drops the argument that like all black men in Hollywood, or over an overwhelming amount of black men in Hollywood, dress as women or wear dresses, basically. What a bizarre argument. Interesting. You know, I have a theory about this, actually. I cannot find it, so I will describe it. And if anybody thinks they can find what I am talking about, please, for the love of God, try to find it. And if you find it, at me with it immediately in chat so I can show it, okay? Chris Raygun is like an OG, like, anti-SJW YouTuber from back in the day. not really right-wing, but definitely, despite being pretty liberal-leaning, Soc-Dem-leaning even, like a Bernie voter, he ended up kind of falling into being a bit of I don't want to be mean because he's a very nice guy, but he was a bit of a tool for the right to bring quite a few people over into their more radical viewer bases. I was one of those people. And it mostly just had to do with the YouTube algorithm in one part, and the association between content creators kind of making me believe, I should check out like Sargon if Chris Reagan's hanging out with him or collabing with him, that kind of thing. So with that in mind, Chris Reagan a couple years ago put out a TikTok where it was like him singing like a song parody, while explaining, like as a joke, he's doing it as a song parody, while explaining that a conservative organization emailed him at one point offering him a shitload of money to just make videos pushing conservative talking points, and he rejected the offer. And as time goes by, it started to become very clear what YouTubers did not reject that money. Some of you remember that. Yeah, does anybody know where I can find that clip? I want to play it because I feel like that's a lead on finding out why all these right-wing figures just like spontaneously out of nowhere start talking about the most random, crazy, brand new conspiracy theory you could imagine. There's somebody giving these people their lines. There's gotta be. Chris took it down? Okay. Alright, well, that sucks. You'll have to take my word for it. The eyes in the Daily Wire? It very well could be the Daily Wire, but do they have that kind of money behind the scenes? Re-upload? If you can find one, link it to me, please.
The producers who want to take dignity away from black people.
Because it's really silly and uplifting for your community, bud. That's why we're doing the same thing to your movement. Your little movement is wearing a dress now, too. And it's got new pronouns and wants to go into the women's room to pee next to little girls.
Why is that such a thing for you?
No, Johnson. Why is that such a thing for us? This is what the establishment fears.
White supremacist of color attacks black civil rights activist. Studies show you may not be eating enough EMGs. Study in progress to see how many FreedomToons commenters notice when words are misspelled. Yeah, I noticed that. This is the level of comedy, like hidden meta comedy, this guy engages in. Oh, look, he misspelled the word eggs. Oh my god. Oh, ye old media. Wow, white supremacist. Well, that's also not how you spell white supremacist. Supremacist is misspelled there. Yeah, the rest is spelled fine, it looks like. Yeah, that's not how you spell supremacist. I see that shit. I see that shit, motherfucker. I see it. You can't get that. You can't get that under my nose. I'm basically Google spell checker. And that I mostly don't catch it.
Today's episode is brought to you by Catholic Votes the Loop. Your free day.
What? The Loop by Catholic Vote. That's crazy.
Catholic Votes the Loop. Your free daily news delivered straight to your inbox. Keep up on current events with a group that uses biologically correct pronouns and is literally suing the FBI. You can't get more based than that. Sign up.
Good God. Man, this is the first time I've taken like this deep of a delve into his content in years. So I totally forgot how cringe it is. Man, I didn't expect a 2-minute video to be such good content. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much this. This is the type of content conservatives are watching when they want their opinions validated, but they don't want it challenged. And it's really interesting to me how the entire joke of this is what you believe, like kind of points it at the left, but all these scenarios are entirely made up by written by, and voice acted and animated by this guy who is conservative. That was the joke? I mean, there were several things that were supposed to be the joke, but I mean, that's the point of the channel, is to essentially say, this is what the left believes, this is what the left wants, you know? Sort of smugly. He knows this isn't what the left actually believes, but the point is to sort of, like, trigger the libs and make conservatives go, yeah, that is what they believe. Here, let's actually read some of the comments. I'm curious. The condescension in his voice is perfect. This is the modern liberal, the soft bigotry of low expectations. Ah, yes, caring about injustice is actually meaning that you think less of minorities and thus are the real racists. That headline at the end is 100% gold. That's what corporate America and white ladies on Twitter decided. Man, they liked that quote. At this point, insert diverse group month is a punishment for sane people. Quote, white supremacist of color is exactly the angle they tried against the Proud Boys founder. Suing the also the Proud Boy, that's the Proud Boys leader, not the founder. The founder is the guy who like pisses in cups on his thing. That's Gavin McInnes, the Nazi dude. Suing the FBI is based. Hard to believe that Black History Month is almost over. It feels like yesterday I was hanging my Black History decorations in the yard and having a traditional Black History dinner with Black History gifts from the Black History Bunny. For some reason, in my school, on a poster, the Holocaust is considered an event of LGBT importance. Yes, I know gay people were targeted by the Nazis, but in the world of my school, whole of my school, there isn't a Holocaust remembrance poster of sorts, but it's basically only time it's mentioned. Uh-huh. As a black person, you're gay had me dead. I don't know if it's me or you, but this video just seemed to be firing on all cylinders. Just the right amount of enigmatic, great voice acting, great charisma, love it. Perfect encapsulation of the boredom and irritation of corporate diversity and inclusion meetings. Great job, thumbs up emoji. Quote, you're gonna relegate my history to a month? Morgan Freeman. The punchline is this cartoon is absolutely perfect. And it being a literal punch makes it even better. Congratulations, Seamus. You have exceeded perfection. I can't wait to hear the Black Queer National Anthem at football games. That newspaper headline was quite in tune with how the media really operates. Are we done reading? Like, you guys have to understand that, like, these people bring the fucking support out for this content. God damn, 153,000 views with 20,000 likes and countless 1,600 comments. God damn. Listen, if this stuff succeeding so much and people, you know, bringing out all this support pisses you off so much, be the change you want to see in the world. Support my content, okay? Drop a like on my stream. Comment down below on my videos. And the other left-wing content you enjoy. It is no secret that people who watch left-wing content just think their support doesn't matter and don't bother leaving comments and likes. Do it. It actually helps your favorite content creators, even outside of the political sphere. If you watch gaming content creators you really enjoy, especially if they're on the smaller side of things, your likes and engagement on their videos really, really counts, especially if you have like a close friend who does YouTube. Like and comment on every one of their videos. It's helping them out. I'm not joking. Comment down below on this video, comment down below on this video if you managed to make it through this video without having an aneurysm, or if you had to go to the hospital. If you had to comment from the hospital, let me know. If you made it through and you're okay, obviously let me know. I'm genuinely curious.